A big thanks goes out to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video. Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. A very hot and sunny day on the east coast of Vancouver Island. If you can hear shouting in the background, it's because we've come over to Gabriola Island and just happens to be a very popular summer weekend, so there's a lot of people here this weekend. so I apologize for that. We've resorted, and then when I say we, myself and Brian Barnum have resorted to photographing patterns on the coastline again here. We enjoyed ourselves so much last time that we decided to come back out here. I mean, there's just so much great stuff to photograph when the light is, you know, not optimal for landscape photography. As you can see here, I found this old weather-beaten log on the shore here, and it's just riddled with holes from various bugs, I'm guessing. Beautiful patterns in there. So I'm just going to go along this whole log here and see what I can find. These are the first shots I've taken today. It's pretty late in the day actually, it's 5 o'clock, so we're going to spend the night here and then try and get up early in the morning and hopefully get some nice light in the morning. We'll have to see how that goes. It was getting pretty hot and muggy down there, so we've come back. Probably not as muggy as Florida or anything like that, but it's muggy for this area. And just gonna have something quick to eat and then probably head back down, see if we can find anything. How did it go, Brian?
Yeah, it was good down there. I enjoyed it. It was short time, but we spent some time catching up with Colin before they left.
Colin, a friend Colin was out for a little bit and he was going to spend some more time here, but he had to rush back. So did you want to talk about the so Brian found this really great composition he was telling me about and I'll tell it. So while I was down on the beach there, I found this really cool rock pattern and I thought, oh, that's really nice, maybe I'll photograph that. And then next to it I found this kind of shriveled up maple leaf that kind of mimicked the rock pattern. And then next to that, there was this kind of a bit of a, I guess it was a crab shell that was all red. So I kind of put them on the ground and I was playing around with them and then I just kind of gave up. It didn't quite work. I couldn't figure it out. So anyway, then I moved on up the beach there, met up with Brian later on. And sure enough, Brian was all excited about a composition that he found, and it was the rock pattern and the leaf and the crab shell.
I showed him the back of my camera, and he just started laughing, and I was like, "Not again, not again."
Yeah.
Because you remembered in previous videos, we always seem to come across the same.
Yeah. What was the thing last time? It was. Oh, that's right. It was a wild plant. There was I think it's called Mahonia. Had some blue berries on it, and it was overhanging over a cliff, and it was pretty cool looking. And I was going to photograph it, but the light just wasn't that great. So I just kind of looked at it and moved on. And then, sure enough, Brian found the same thing, and you photographed it, didn't you?
I photographed it, but you were right about the light. The light, when I went back to process it, the light wasn't great.
Yeah.
But It was just the fact that I showed you the back of the camera and you laughed again. You went, I was looking at the same subject. So great mind.
Yeah, it happens quite often actually. We'll one of us will see something and either photograph it or just kind of move on to something else. And I mean, there was a log down there, the log that I photographed with the patterns in it from the insects, and sure enough, Brian videoed it. He thought, oh, this is a really cool log, you know. Anyway, right, I'm just going to finish off my dinner here. I've got turkey bratwurst and Guinness and some very large eggs. They're massive. Not quite ostrich size, but
it's
big.
Got his fat and butter.
Yeah, I don't have anything to cook them in though, so my sausages are kind of burning a little bit, but I'm pouring Guinness over them, so that seems to help.
Guinness helps with everything.
It does. Well, that was a delicious dinner. Not filled the gap. So we've come back out. The tide is up, so our options are a little bit more limited. There's some textures here that I quite like. I don't know, maybe I'm imagining things, but maybe the textures aren't quite as great as I think they are. But let's start with that and see if I can find anything else. We don't have a lot of room here. Brian's just behind me here, over there. Tide's come in, so it's a little harder to get around. Actually, there's some really great light over on the other side there, so I might see if I can walk over there. Maybe I can find something over there. I think there was some stone crop last time I was here, so maybe I'll see if I can photograph that. I think I'm running out of steam a little bit. The tide has really come in, so our options in this bay are pretty limited. I really did like the cliffs on the other side there. I think they actually look better from here. Maybe I can get I don't know if I have a long enough lens. Some beautiful light hitting them right now. So when I'm below them, you're shooting up at them, so you get that sky, but from this angle, there is a bit of a hillside on there, so there's some beautiful greens above them, but filling the frame might be a problem for me. In the meantime, I've come up with another close-up that was pretty cool. Right in front of me here, there's a log that's washed up, and it's got some wet parts on it, so it's got some reds and tan colors and a bit of white in there, and it's kind of a neat abstract, so I'm taking some close-ups of that. And yeah, I'm going to see if I can get a shot of that, but like I said, I don't think I have a long enough lens. big thanks goes out to Squarespace for sponsoring this week's video. I've been using Squarespace for a few years now, and what I enjoy about using the platform is its elegant design templates and ease of use. With Squarespace, you can start a completely personalized website with the new guided design system, Squarespace Blueprint. Choose from professionally curated layouts and styling options to build a unique online presence from the ground up, tailored to your brand or business and optimized for every device. Easily launch your website and get discovered fast with integrated, optimized SEO tools so you show up more often to more people and grow the way you want. Whether you sell physical goods, digital content, or services, Squarespace has the tools to start selling online. Make checkout seamless for your customers with simple but powerful payment tools. Accept credit cards, PayPal, and Apple Pay. And in eligible countries, offer customers the option to buy now and pay later with Afterpay or ClearPay. If this sounds appealing, why not head on over to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, use the code AdamGibbs to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Wow, good morning everybody. Another fine day on Gabriola Island. So we did manage to get up at 4:30 in the morning and we drove to the other end of the island here. It's absolutely beautiful this morning. Same theme. Right now I'm actually going for a close-up, but Brian photographed this log last week. It is beautiful. There's a really great pattern at the end here, so I'm going to see if I can get a relatively wide shot of this pattern, because the whole log has got some beautiful patterns on it. It's got some kind of green algae or something in it, so it looks quite nice. So I'm going to start with that. The sun is just starting to rise now, and it looks like the light is getting good over on the point there, so I'm going to quickly do this and then head over there. Perhaps I can find some nice arbutus or something to photograph. That's the only problem with this morning light. It doesn't last very long and gets harsh very quickly, especially when there's no clouds in the sky. But having said that, I did take a quick shot of some rock patterns and an arbutus tree. I don't know, it seems like there's something missing from it. This I really love, and this is where all the great rock patterns are. The tide has just gone out, so everything's still wet, and there's some nice reflecting pools. So I'm taking a bit of a chance here. I'm actually shooting right into the sun, but the contrast is beautiful, so you can really see all of these textures. So I have a couple of boulders in the center of the frame. Would be nice if there was a third one, but the patterns are just beautiful, and because they're wet, they really add some nice contrast between the bright areas and the dark areas. If it was dry, then you wouldn't see the patterns quite as much. I am using a polarizer, the case polarizer, but very sparingly. I don't want to get rid of all those reflections because that's kind of what drew me to the scene.
What are you doing, Brian? What are you doing?
Filling me coffee cup.
Okay.
Alrighty, all I needed was a nice cup of tea, and I found some miso soup in my van, so I had that for lunch. Brian and I have come back out, and we've gone down the coast a little bit further. Brian was down this area this morning. He took some really cool shots, actually. So I'm stealing those comps, and I found a few of my own as well. There's a lot of great logs with patterns in this area. As you can see, it's still quite sunny, so we're still going for the pattern shots. But yeah, there's enough here to keep us busy for a few hours anyway. I think this might be my last photograph. I'm running out of steam here. This is quite, I like this one. It's very simple. Another log, of course, but it looks like it's been here for a while, so it's all bleached out. And where the roots used to be, there's these, I don't know what you call them, buttresses or cracks. And in the cracks, there's some pine cones. Now, I have moved the pine cones around. They were there when I got there, when I saw this, but I've moved them around just a little bit. Creative license, we'll call it. And it's very simple. The cracks just form a diagonal across the frame with the 3 pine cones in the, kind of in the center, off to the right a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of cool. Now, I am having to shade this. You might be thinking, oh, it's got this tripod in the way. As soon as I shade this, it just evens out the light, and I can play around with it in Lightroom. Okay, well, I guess I better talk to Brian. Haven't talked to him all day. Been avoiding him.
Again. Till you need a comp.
Oh, that looks pretty good.
It's nice, eh?
Yeah. Cool. That might not be my last shot.
Shark eyes.
Yeah, that is my last shot. Well, thank you ever so much for watching this week's video. As always, I really appreciate it, and I appreciate thumbs up. That's very helpful.
Plans, what we've got planned for the future, Adam?
Well, I really need to get into the mountains. I haven't been in the mountains for a long time, so I should really get my ass in gear and get some hiking in. I'm in reasonably good shape right now. I've been running quite a bit, so I mean, it probably doesn't look like I'm in good shape, but I feel in pretty good shape.
I haven't been running.
I have.
I've been swimming.
Swimming, yeah. So, yeah, in the next couple of weeks, my brothers are coming out. I haven't seen my brothers in a long time, so that'd be nice. And then I have another friend coming out, John. So hopefully John and Bri,
yeah, should be good.
Can go and do some a little adventure. Maybe up one of the local mountains. That'd be nice.
I think I haven't been up, so that'd be good, eh?
Yeah. And Colin's seems to be around a bit, so maybe we can get Colin involved in some.
Nice to get Colin over.
Yeah.
It's been a great couple of days. Got here late yesterday, but it's still been
yeah, it's been all right. I mean, it's a beautiful place to hang out, and I mean, the light is not cooperative, but there's lots to photograph, as I keep saying. If you're not into close-ups, then it's probably not the place to come.
Yeah. And we didn't get the light this morning coming up where we should have looked at photo pills or something like that to see where it was going to come up.
I never use those apps. Yeah. I just wing everything I do. That's just the way I am. I like it like that way. It's just like a little adventure, and you discover things. If I plan everything, then I mean, sometimes I think it's good.
Yeah.
Planning.
Yeah. Well, we kind of planned today, but it was still good. You know what? I still enjoyed it. It's been great exploring around here.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thank you ever so much, and until next time. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.